the Trojans will be making their way onto the ball field here in just a moment as we're here at Dietrich Field. It is a Tri-Valley League show tonight as the Trojans bring their 2-4 record in here tonight against the 1-5 Juniata Indians. So we'll be set to go here as the Trojans now make their way onto the field from the south end of the ballpark here at Juniata. It is a really beautiful evening for football. There's a slight breeze blowing, which always is blowing up here at Juniata, but it is a very, very nice evening, and the field looks in pretty good condition. A little bare out here at places, but otherwise no mud or anything like that. The wind should not, the breeze that there is should not affect any passing game that either team might want to attempt, and so looks like a nice night. It's a clear blue sky here all day today, and tonight is just a clear starlit sky. So temperature at game time here now probably around 62 degrees, but it will go down as the game progresses as we have that clear night, and it's going to make for a cool evening. So we will be set to go here now as the co-captains will be out here to have the toss of the coin here coming up here in just a moment. So the Trojans looking to get back on the winning track tonight here at Juniata. This is our one and only game across the river this year, so let's hope it's a good one. Take home a win tonight. We'll be back with the opening toss here in just a moment. Co-captains getting ready to meet out here now. We have Shell number 10, number 71, I believe, is that Drew Hunter, and number 70, Robbie Bueller, as co-captains for tonight's football game. We have the numbers for the ball handlers for Juniata, but we do not have their linemen's numbers. We'll pick these guys up from the PA announcer as we go along. So the toss of the coin coming up here in just a sec as they discuss what's ahead and what's a tail. And here's the toss, and it looks as though Juniata may have won the toss. We'll see if that's the indication. I think so, but talking to the Trojans, see who Dave Shell would like to, what goal he would like to defend. So looks as though the Trojans will defend the south goal here at the ballpark, and Juniata will receive the opening kick. So we'll be set to go here as the red-clad Juniata Indians take on our black and white UDA Trojans. Back with the kick in just a moment. Well, by gosh, I'm right tonight. Jimmy Savage is back. As a matter of fact, he's going to kick off to begin the football game. So Jim now has assumed the kicking duties also here at for UDA. So here we go. We'll see what kind of a kick Jim can get off here as he approaches the ball and puts a line drive kind of straight up in the air kick down here. It's going to be received at the 20-yard line to the 25 and up to the 30 goes that number 19 Wirt, and he's tackled at about the 31-yard line, something like that, which is where Juniata will put it in play.
31-yard line.
Got a couple of kids missing tonight due to injuries. They tell us that Chris Smith, 23 for UDA, is missing tonight due to an automobile accident injury. And let's see. Handoff and up the middle with it going nowhere is the fullback that time. That's that number 30, Hack. Craig Hack carries for almost no gain, maybe a yard. Yeah, picked up one, a second down and 9. Noel, I think, one of the other kids injured, as was Great in that accident just last night. So Trojans will see what we can do here now as they pitch it out this time for that number 12, and he is going to be stopped by Nick Huffman, who makes the stop in there. Also covering him on the play is Drew Hunter, but it'll be Nick making the stop. A gain of another yard on the play, maybe. It'll be 3rd and 8. 54 in that defensive line is that Ethan Waters. So here we go on a third down, big third down play for Juniata. They send a man in motion over this way. Quarterback still has it, rolling back, looking to fire one downfield. Does throw it down here. Man is out here. It is going to be tipped up in the air and incomplete. Defending on the play very nicely out there that time is Lucas, number 2 for UD. Nice play that time by Jared. And so it'll bring up a 4th down play for Juniata. Reinford, the quarterback, is also the punter on the Juniata ball club, so he's set back to punt this ball away. Gets a nice snap. Not much of a UD rush. Ball comes up here and it's going to hit around the 45-yard line and then take a good UD roll down to the 45-yard line of Juniata. So Trojans get a break there as the ball bounced ahead about 10 or 12 yards after it hit the ground. So the Trojans will go on offense for the first time tonight in excellent field position at the Juniata 45-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 from the Juniata.
Brian Faust will be working in there at the quarterback for UD as they play almost right out in front of us here. In the backfield tonight is Nick Huffman at fullback and Jimmy Savage as the running back for UD. Faust's first play, hands it off to Savage, and Jim bounces away from a couple of tacklers down to the 30, to the 30, inside the 30, I meant down to about the 36-yard line. A nice run that time by Jim, and then again, very hard to tackle is that Jim Savage. As you saw the first guy take a hit at him, but he just rolled off that hit and just continued to run for a first down. So on the very first play, the Trojans pick up about 12 on Jim's carry, or gain of 9, I beg your pardon. Looking at the wrong marker. Gain of 9, it'll be 2nd and 1. Looks like Faust might be changing things at the line of scrimmage for UD. He'll send Lucas in motion over to the left side. And the handoff will be to Nick Huffman trying to get the first down, but Nick cannot do it as the Juniata Indians closed that one up really quick and gave Nick nothing. And as a matter of fact, it'll be 3rd down and a short yard for UD. All right, that brings up a 3rd down now. Both of these teams have struggled, as their league record would indicate. 1 and 2 in the. Whoa! Hold the phone here, as UD may have jumped off sides. We'll see. Cummins, 67 in there, replacing Joel Miller. I think I may have misnamed one of the fellas injured. I think I said Noel, but it was Joel Miller, I believe, and Matt Cummins playing at his position out there tonight for UD. Here's a draw. Up the middle with it goes Savage. Savage down to the 30 and slips down at the 25-yard line, and loose dirt out there, but a nice run by Jim for the first down, picking up about 15 on that play. Nice run that time by Jimbo. And it's 1st and 10 UD now on the 25-yard line of Juniata. Bo Hassinger, number 18, flanking out in the bottom of your picture. Run off the picture now. Otherwise, pretty much that power I formation in there for UD as Brian Faust looks them over on a 1st and 10. Handoff is to Savage again, cutting it off the left side. Jim might want to reverse his field, and he's going to be tackled this time as number 61 of Juniata comes in there and makes a good stop on him. Jim was stopped momentarily on the left side, decided to try to reverse it, and 61 would have nothing to do with that, and he brought Jim down for a loss of about 8 on the play, or 7 anyway. It'll be 2nd down and 17. But the Trojans, I think, here in the early going would indicate that we're going to be all right tonight up here at Juniata. Just get her going here. Now let's see what Brian decides to do on a 2nd down and 17. The ball now back at the 31-yard line of Juniata. Handoff is to Nick Huffman. Nick over the left side, bounces off a couple of tacklers, still on his feet and struggles down to the 20-yard line. A good strong run that time by tricky Nick Huffman off his fullback position. Picked up about, let's see, 7 and 5 is 12, maybe 13 yards on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 5. Nice run that time by Nick. Actually picked up about 12 or so, I guess. 3rd down and 5. Juniata has a struggling ball club this year also. They've been getting some wild scores against them. Here's Jimmy Savage, caught by one leg, reverses it, and then he's going to get caught again now as he is dumped back at the 30-yard line. So Jim has the blocking not there for him when he tries to make that left side effort over the left side, and we're just not getting the blocking out there that Jim needs, and he tries to reverse it and is brought down for another loss on the play, this time of about 6 yards. It'll be 4th down and 11. Now this time both Hassinger, and Laudenschläger flanked on the near side. Back to pass for the first time. They go over there with a screen to Savage, and Jim's going to be thrown out of bounds, and that'll do it on a fourth down. So neither team able to do anything with the football on their first series. The Trojans had driven it down to the 25-yard line, where Juniata will take over now on their own 25-yard line. So the Trojans stall at the Juniata 25, and Juniata will go to work again for the second time here in the opening quarter. We've got 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Quarterback is Rhineford for the Juniata Indians. Hands this one off to that number 19, who gets away from a couple of Trojans, then finally tripped up out here by number 28, I think might have got the hand on him that time, and that's Bobby Keeney. Jared Lucas, they say, with the stop. Could have been Jared.
Gain of 9 on the play.
Picked up 9 that time, and some bad tackling would be the only way to describe that play, as the Trojans had several shots at him and could not make the play. Kenny the Bam Bam Bats out there, number 24, calling defensive signals for UDA. Number 8, of course, is Kevin Motter. And 10 there, Lycan's own David Pichel. That's the Davy. All right, and let's see. It's second down and about a yard or less for the first down for Juniata. So Rhineford again setting up here on a second down and about a yard. He'll send 12 in motion up the middle with it for the first down, and more goes 30 Hack, and he is going to drag himself all the way to the 50-yard line before Dave Shell can finally corral him out there. I beg your pardon. Was it Shell or was it Lucas?
Number 2, Jared Lucas.
Jared Lucas with another good stop out there for UDA. I thought Dave had a hold of him too. First down for Juniata now, as the Trojan offensive or defensive line getting a little porous looking out here. You got to really dig it in there, fellas. Got some heavy hitters up front there. We can just hang on to them. We're getting the hits at the line of scrimmage, but these Juniata Indians are just getting loose and picking up more yardage than they deserve, is the way I'd put it. There we go with an eye in the backfield. Hold everything. We've got somebody lined up off sides, apparently, because the linesman here has called that penalty. Trojans line up in the neutral zone, and encroachment called against UDA.
5-yard penalty.
So that'll make it a first down and 5 now at the 45-yard line of Upper Dauphin. The Trojans got to be careful now and not let this one get stupid or sloppy. They can win this ball game here tonight, I think. Rhineford again at the QB spot. He resets Wirt over on the right side, number 19. Handoff is to 12, up the middle with a big yardage all the way down. He cuts it back, and he is going to be tackled finally as Laudenschläger brings him down deep in Trojan territory, assisted out there by Lucas again. But Wayne Snyder with a fine run that time through the Trojan defense all the way down to the 14-yard line of UDA. First and 10 on the UDA 14s. I never thought the Trojans could do this, but by gosh, they're doing it right at the moment. So let's go, UD. Do something here. Pitch over there for that same fella again. This time he slips in the crossing the line of scrimmage.
Number 12, Wayne Snyder on the
Kenny
carry.
Batts making the stop for UD. Snyder that time could not get his footing that time to get it going. So he picked up a yard. Ethan Waters in there credited for the stop also for UDA. Ethan's played some good football this year for Upper Dauphin. And he needs to dig it in right now, as they all do here. Bueller 70. Here comes that same fellow again, and he is going to go all the way in for 6. So believe it or not, the Juniata Indians pick up the first touchdown of the ball game as Juniata goes through without being touched. Wayne Snyder with a run right off that right tackle spot and goes in unimpeded, and that'll make it a 6-0 ball game with the kicking extra point try. It looks like they'll try to kick this one. 76 here will be the kicker. Becker will kick it out of the hold of Wirt. And we'll see what kind of a kicker this Becker is. Good snap, placement's down, kick is up, kick is good. So we got a 7-0 ball game, and the Trojans will be getting the ball back here in just a moment. It's 59 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. It is 7-0 Juniata. 8 Noel Barter 32 out there on this kickoff team. 67 Cummins, 68 Challenger, and here we go. A low kick picked up out here at the 25, and Savage gets spun around and slips down out at the 30-yard line. Not too much on that one for Jim. On the return, a couple of yards. Good coverage on that low kick by Juniata, but the Trojans have it now, 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. Trojans need to come out now and really turn it on. Now enough's enough. Trailing here by 7. I formation. Huffman and Savage behind quarterback Brian Faust. It'll be given to Savage around the left side. Spins off of one tackler. Gets a block from Nick Huffman. Down the left side he goes. 84 has a shot at him and clips him down at the 35-yard line. A fine run that time by James Savage. And a good block out there for Jim from Nick Huffman as he made the turn over the left side over there, following the blocking of Nick, and Nick made a good block that time to spring Jim for yet another big gain. Now the Trojans in one play have taken the ball to the 37-yard line, and by gosh, should be able to do something here. Timeout called. Now the coach is on the field over here for Juniata, and the referee finally calls timeout. The coach got about within 15 yards of the team, but anyway, timeout. Coach Kozier will come onto the field, talk to the offense here now, and UD will be right back with a 1st and 10 on the Juniata 37. The timeout is over. The Trojans put the ball in play again now at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Got 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Juniata up 7-0. In motion this way comes Laudenschlager. Handoff is to Nick Huffman. Nick lost the football out there, and let's see who's got it.
Number 6, Nicholas Hoffman on the carry.
I thought he lost it. Yeah, he got it. Looked as though he may have momentarily lost that. From here, it looked that way anyway, didn't it? All right, at any rate, gain on the play of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line of Juniata. Cummins, 67, getting his first start, I think, at the varsity spot out there for UD. Hand off to Savage, and Jim's going to be hit after almost no gain. Got to the line of scrimmage and tripped up there pretty quickly. Let's see where they spot it. Might have lost a yard or a half a yard anyway. It'll be 3rd and 8 now. So Trojans just having trouble getting some offensive line blocking, it would appear. Again, Hassinger and Laudenschlager flanked out on the near side of the field for UD. In the I formation in the backfield, Huffman, and this time a draw to Savage, and Jim held up right at the line of scrimmage, and he is going to be thrown down here. One man got a hold of Jim. Somebody might have missed a block or whatever, and just one Indian coming in there and grabbing a hold of Jim and holding him up long enough till a couple of other guys could come up and knock him down. Sainer was the young fella from Juniata making the big stop that time for Juniata. Brings up a 4th down and 10. So the Trojan offense struggling here against this Juniata Indian Ball Club early in the ball game. We've got a minute 47 left here in period number 1. 4th and 10. Trojans in, they're not worried about going for it here on 4th and 10. Juniata not doing too much. Of course, he scored last time they had the football. Here's Faust. Faust getting a big rush. Gets a good block there from Huffman. Fires one downfield, incomplete, intended for Dave Schell. But he overthrew Dave. Both Dave and Hassinger out there, but I think the intended receiver was Schell. And threw that one a little high and incomplete. So Juniata takes over now, 1st and 10 on downs this time, and they'll be starting out from their own 36-yard line, a pretty good field position for these Indians. They lead 7-0. I think Jimmy Savage is back calling defensive signals. I may have said Bammer Bats that time, but I think Jim's calling the defensive signals for UD. Long count this time and hold everything now. I think they might have waited just a little bit too long, and I think they're going to be called for a delay. Some of the crowd on the other side, or the coaches, I'm not sure whom, but I could hear somebody on the other side saying, hey, something about whatever. So it's going to be illegal procedure called against the Indians. I guess it wasn't a delay. Somebody else had detected some motion, perhaps in the backfield or whatever. But you could hear the coaches or fans over there, I'm not sure whom, hollering about that one. And the official on this side of the field, I think, called the penalty. At any rate, it's a 1st and 15 now. Reinford hands this one off. Up here comes that same play, and you can see some good blocking before Kevin Motter knocks down that number 12, Wayne Snyder. It's a little quick runner out there, that Wayne Snyder. Before you could see the hole opened up that time on that UDA defensive line, and Snyder come plowing right through there.
10 on the play.
Oh, by gosh, it is the Bammer. As Jim Savage checks out of the ball game now. Ball just outside the 40-yard line for Juniata. Over there for that same fellow again, and he'll be tackled after a gain of about,
Snyder on the carry.
well, a couple. Lucas in there along with Kenny the Bammer Bats making the stop. And it's going to be close enough for the first down now, and they will measure.
Timeout.
Ball at the 46-yard line of UDA, and from here I would say it's going to be close. Very, very close, as a matter of fact. Let's go in here and find out where it is. 2 inches short. Oh, the ball just moved. Nope, 1 inch good. All right, first down for the Juniata Indians on the Juniata 46-yard line. Left here, and the clock moving, so this will probably be the last play of the first period, first quarter. Reinford wants to throw, fires one down the side. Man is out here. It is going to be caught for a touchdown. 84 with a touchdown that goes 54 yards for the touchdown.
Number 84,
Brandon Sainer out there making the catch for Juniata, and it is now 13-0. And an extra point try coming up for Juniata. Well, Juniata has certainly stunned the Trojans here so far tonight, so we better get our act together now as that ended the first period. Kick blocked nicely in there. I think Laudenschlager got in and made the block on that one. But the Juniata Indians have taken a 13-0 lead here with just 1.3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. That's not 13 seconds, that's 1.3. So we'll get the kickoff off, and the Trojans will try to run it back, and if they are unsuccessful, the time will expire here in the first period. But lots of football remaining here tonight, and the Trojans have got to really get their offensive act together. Trojans send Savage and I think Kevin Motter. Anyway, here comes a bouncing kickoff up here to Jimmy Savage. Jimmy will try to cut it over to this side this time. He's at the 30 and the 35 and thrown out of bounds. And that'll end the first quarter. So the Trojans will have the ball 1st and 10. In just a moment here, they'll be going the other way. They'll be starting out heading south here at the ballpark. And they'll be starting from their own 37-yard line, I guess it is. 1st and 10. Score at the end of 1, 13-zip Juniata. Second period ready to get underway. The first period was Juniata's. Let's hope the second period is UDA's. Faust getting them set to go. He'll drop this one off for Savage. Savage down to the 37. The ball came loose. And let's see who's got it.
Number 3, James Savage on the carry.
They still haven't made a decision who's got it. This is Juniata coming up with the football as Kinch, number 54, tried to grab it in there, but he could not. Jim's mad at himself, and Trojans now get stung again here by the Juniata Indians as the ball is coughed up at the 40-yard line of Juniata. And so the Indians with excellent field position here to begin the first series of the second quarter. And they're 40 yards away from pay dirt. Rhineford is the quarterback out there, and they have a run and shoot offense here. Now timeout called, I think, by Juniata. Yep, Juniata will call timeout. All right, now the timeout is over, and Juniata ready to go here on a 1st and 10 from the UDA 40. Quarterback wants to throw it, dumps it over the middle. It is complete? No, incomplete. Intended for number 19, Word, out there, but they say he trapped it as he fell. But boy, was Word open. Wow, he sure was. But he couldn't hang on to it. 2nd down and 10. All right, looking at a 2nd down and 10 now. Got 2 men in motion that time. Flags thrown. That one there I even could call. Yep, 2 guys in motion that time. So that's going to cost them 5 and bring up a 2nd down and 15, one would assume. We'll see what the Trojans decide to do, but I imagine they're going to take a penalty. They're going to talk to our lawyer out there, Dave Schell. And Dave, it's either 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 15, and the Trojans say, take them back. So it'll be 2nd and 15 coming up here for Juniata. Ball taken back to the 45-yard line. 2 men in motion for the Indians. 2nd and 15 for the Indians. This time it's 19. He's not going to go anywhere this time. The Trojans button him up pretty quickly in there.
Word on the carry.
Looks like Hunter getting up off the bottom. Chubb in there on the stop for UD, among others.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
3rd down. No gain on that one. 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. They go to that other set now in the backfield for Juniata on this 3rd down play. Quarterback wants to throw, rolls right, looking, fires one down this way. It is complete at the 32-yard line. Tackled out there by number 22, Laudenschläger. Sean making the stop. It is short of the 1st down. Sainer with the reception for Juniata.
Sean Laudenschläger on the stop.
But it'll bring up a 4th down and, or 3rd down rather. 4th down. Okay, I'll get it straight yet. 4th down and a long 2, maybe 3. Ball is at the 32-yard line of Upper Dauphin. So the Trojans need to stop them right here. We cannot fall behind any further to these red-clad Indians. Motion comes over this way. Quarterback wants to throw. Dumps it over the side. Incomplete. He intended for Snyder, but goes as an incompletion. And the UD will take over. Now the Trojans held them that time pretty well. So the penalty helping that time, of course, for UD. But on comes Kinch, and on comes Bueller. And Cummins out there, 67.
1st and 10, Upper Dauphin.
So let's see if we can't get that line to do a little blocking out here. And tight end in there is Shell. They go to Shell now and then, of course, as you know. But don't know, haven't thrown very much tonight. As Brian Faust looks them over here now. Flanker out on both sides of the field this time for UD. Handoff again is to Savage. Jim stopped at the line of scrimmage. 87 coming up, making the stop on him right at the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, a loss of about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12. So we're looking at a 2nd and 12 situation here now. Center out there is Drew Hunter, has been for a year or 2 now. Drew, an experienced center for UD. Back to pass goes Faust. Over the middle. It is complete to Bo Hassinger at the 40-yard line. Gain of about 10 on the play, but it'll still be short by about 2. and bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Faust pass complete.
Nice sharp pass that time by Brian Faust, the QB here.
Gain of 10 on the play.
And Hassinger with a good catch. Taking it to the 40, just about the 41-yard line, we'll say. 3rd down and 2. Trojans need to sustain this drive and get 6 or 7 or 8. So here we go on a 3rd and 2. Will they give this to Nick? We'll see. Whoa, nope, not going to give it to anybody as we jumped off sides, and it'll make a 3rd down and 7. The legal procedure marches them back 5, makes it 3rd and 7. UD will go to their passing formation with 2 receivers on the near side of the field. We'll stay back here and watch them. Faust wants to throw, looking. Does he want to screen? Well, he gets away from one guy. He gets away from 2 guys. Now he starts to run it upfield, but he's going to be tripped up out here at about the 37 or 38-yard line. Brian could not find anyone open and was unable to run for the 1st down, and so it'll be 4th down and 5.
4th down.
Let's see who our punter is tonight. Is that going to be Jim too? I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm still not sure. Nope.
Trojans, number 6,
Nick Huffman. Okay, Nick's going to be the kicker. He gets a good snap. And the kick is away nicely, and Sainer is going to take it at the 33-yard line. Gets up to the 40, the 45, on his feet, still on his feet, and driven out of bounds over there. I think Dave Shell might have knocked him out of there. Sainer with a good return for the Juniata. Takes the ball all the way down to the 44-yard, or make it at the, well, let's see, 49-yard line of Upper Dauphin. 1st and 10, Juniata.
1st and 10 from the up.
1st and 10 for Juniata, who has that ball right back again now. Sends him, well, he'll reset one of the backs here. QB hands it to 31. He's got 5 and then maybe 7 as he's finally tackled out here by Kevin Motter, making the stop for UD.
Kevin Motter on the stop for the
Picking
Trojans.
up 7, 2nd and 3.
Gain of
2nd and 3 for Juniata. First man through with it is number 30, Hack, and he is going to be stopped, I think. Yeah. He's got the 1st down, I believe, at the 37-yard line of UD.
David Shell on the stop.
Dave Shell making the stop for UD, assisted by that Ethan Waters out there. But it is going to be a 1st down, or are they going to measure? No, the referee says that is a 1st down. So the ball will be placed at the UDA 37-yard line. We've got 6:17 remaining here in the 1st half. Trojans trailing 13-0, and the Indians with the 1st and 10. Time clock would like to add 5 seconds to the clock, and they did it now. We've got 6:22 left here in the 1st half. And Juniata with the football. Good crowd on the near side of the field here for the home team tonight. As I mentioned before, I think it is homecoming. If I didn't, it is. Showed you those pretty girls right at the beginning of the game. Quarterback hands this one off to that number 12, Snyder, I think it is. And Snyder this time is going nowhere as he is fallen upon by Waters and Savage and Shell, I believe, all in there on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play.
They lost a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 7 for Juniata. Ball to 39-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Pitch back over here for that number 31, and he's got some running room down to the 30-yard line. Tripped up there by Hassinger, I believe it was. That's Ryan Sten, I think they're saying. Loudenschlager with the stop for UD. It is 3rd down, and about
3rd down.
3rd down and a long 2. 3rd and 2. Looking at Juniata. Ball just inside the 30-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Reinford hands this one off to 12, and then he'll get ahead for the 1st down. Well,
Number 12, Wayne Snyder.
Wayne Snyder again. It looked like he was stopped back here, but just we could not tackle him. They had him held up, but they could not make the stop on him, and he dove ahead for the 1st down.
1st down for the Indians.
A good run that time by that young Juniata Indian. You got to give him credit for that, because when he was held up there by UD, he would not go down, and the Trojans could not put him down until he got the first down. Ball at the UD 25-yard line. One more touchdown here is going to put some nails in our coffin, I'm afraid. There's a quarterback running, getting chased, fires one downfield. It is caught? No, incomplete. Incomplete, but he was there, and so was Kevin Motter, thank goodness for UD.
Number 84, Brandon Stainer.
Wow, Kevin with a big defensive play that time for UD. Gee. 2nd and 10. Here comes that Snyder guy again, to the 20, and then inside the 20 to the UD 16.
Number 12, Wayne Snyder on the carry.
We'll see where they spot it. Robbie Bueller making the stop that time for UDA.
Gain of
9. It'll be third down and a long one. 3rd down and 1. Ball is at the 16-yard line of Upper Dauphin. 3:50 remaining here in the first half. Rhineford out there with that Snyder in the backfield. Snyder gets the pitch, cuts it upfield to the 5, down to the 7, touchdown. Oh, there you go again. Trojan just not doing it on the defensive line. 19-0, 3:34 left here in the first half. Extra point try coming up. Becker will try the extra point here for Juniata. Unsuccessful last time. This time it is good. The way it looks from here, it is. So it's now 20-0. The Juniata Indians on top with 3:34 left here in the first half. We'll be back with that Juniata kickoff just a moment. Nate Lewis getting ready to kick it off here for Juniata as he approaches the ball and kicks it downfield here, where it's going to be taken by Nick Huffman, or no, Jim Savage rather. And Jim runs it back to the 28-yard line, where he's going to be tackled out there. And UD will put it in play right there. 1st and 10 on the UDA 20. Well, they spot it out to the 30-yard line, or just about the 30. So it'll be 1st and 10 UD. First and 10 Upper Dauphin now. Brian Faust again in there at the quarterback spot, trying to figure out what the heck he can do to get this offense rolling. Pitches back here for Savage, who wants to throw. Jim fires one down the side over here. It is complete to, or is it? No, wait. I think it was caught by who? Caught by UD. Yeah, that ball bounced off a Juniata Indian, and it was caught in there by Dave Shell. Way to go, Dave. Dave playing the rebound that time. Caught that one for a first down at the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 UDA, playing basically right out here in front of us. Up the middle with it goes Savage to the 50-yard line.
Number 3.
Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2nd and 6. 2:35 left here in the first half. Trojans would like to get on the board here before halftime ends. Back to pass goes Faust. Two-step back, and it's caught in here by Laudenschlager. Laudenschlager down to the 23-yard line. A nice pass and a great catch in there by number 18, Sean Hassinger. Did I say Laudenschlager? I meant Hassinger. Sorry, Bo. Way to go, Bo. A nice catch. And a first down for UDA on the 24. Nice catch by that Bo guy. All right. 1st and 10 UD on the Juniata 24-yard line. Handing it off this time. Up the middle with it goes Savage. Trying to find a little running room around the right side. Jim still on his feet, picking his way down the field, and gets all the way down before he's tripped up about the 10. Nice run that time by Jim Savage. Another first down for UD.
Tripped up by number 15.
And Chad Rhineford, the quarterback of the Juniata, making the stop on Jim, but a nice run that time by Savage. And it'll be 1st and 10 UD. The ball at about the 11-yard line.
First and 10 for the Trojans from
So the
11-yard
Trojans
line.
now their best opportunity of the ball game. And let's see if we can capitalize on it. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Trojans absolutely positively need to get on the board here. Motion coming over this way. Handoff to Savage. Savage trying to pick his way inside. Gets tackled for maybe a 1 yard loss. Second down and 11 from the 12.
No gain.
No, they say they gave him back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. All right, second and 10. Second down and 10 for UD. Clock down to 1 minute and 20 seconds. So passing, firing down here. A flag on the play. Looks like we're going to have interference called. The pass was to Bo Hassinger, but I think they're going to call pass interference. They are against Juniata, and that should give the Trojans a big break now as the penalty occurred at the 5 yard line. And let's see how they measure this one off. If it's a half, it'll take it down to the 5. I'm not sure what they do with this when they're in this close, but we'll find out here in a sec. Ball is taken down to the 5 yard line where it's first and goal for UD. Clock down to 1:13 left here in the half. Clock will not start till the ball is snapped following the penalty. Handoff to Savage. Savage, no. Nothing doing there. Jim tackled back around the 10 yard line. Loss of 3 or 4 on the play. And timeout going to be called by Upper Dauphin.
61, Mitch
Dysinger making the stop for Juniata, and Jim couldn't get it going. And we've got a second and goal. This time the ball will be spotted. Let's see. Well, they put it back to the 9 yard line. Second and goal from the 9. Back to the business at hand here now. Second and goal. Back to pass goes Faust, getting a big rush, rolls right, looking for someone downfield, dumps one into the end zone. It is going to be picked up in the air, tipped up in the air, and incomplete. Intended for Laudenschläger, I believe, but boy, that pass was up for grabs, I'm afraid to say. And almost picked off by Juniata. Goes an incompletion, bring up a third and goal from the 9. If nothing else, it did stop the clock, but it wasted it down, and we've got third down and goal from the 9. Clock is stopped at 54 seconds remaining in the half. In motion goes Laudenschläger over on the right side. Pitches back here for Savage. Jim will run out of room over on that side as he is knocked down and inbounds at the 9 yard line maybe. So that's going to cause the Trojans to stop the clock again with their final timeout, I believe, with 42 seconds left here in the first half, and bring up a fourth and goal from the, well, looks like Jim got back to the line of scrimmage, back from the 9 yard line. Fourth and goal from the 9 for UD. Well, here we go on a fourth down and goal from the 9. It's do or die on this play. Faust drops back to pass. He's looking, getting a rush, fires one over this way. It is nearly intercepted. Intended for Savage, but boy, I'll tell you, number 82 over here almost picked that off, and had he done that, he would have been off to the races as the Trojans fail to score on a first and goal from the 5 yard line. And so with just 37 seconds remaining here now, Juniata has the football on their own 9 yard line. First and 10 Indians. Juniata deep in their own territory. Will run this one out if they can. Let's see. Quarterback still has it, and he'll drag it out to about the 12, maybe 13 yard line. Stopped in there by Bueller, along with Keeney, and number 58 out there for UD.
Jeffrey Knoll on the stop for the Trojans.
Jeff Knoll. And it'll be second down coming up here, but the clock down to 12 seconds, and Juniata may just elect to let the time run out. I think that's what they're going to do. They're in no hurry to huddle it up. So Juniata here at their homecoming night has taken a 20-0 lead in the halftime against the UDA Trojans. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Juniata.
Well, as you can see, the teams are back for the second half of action here tonight, and the Trojans, looking for a little offensive action, will receive the football to begin the second half of play. So Trojans will go on offense first, and we hope that they can get it going now here in Juniata. We have a half a football game to play. If Juniata can put 20 points on the board in the first half, we ought to be able to put 21 on in the second half and take a W home here from Juniata. But it won't be easy. Trojans missing a couple of key linemen tonight, and just having all sorts of troubles getting it going here in the ball game. It looks as though from time to time that they can really start to move the ball, but it just hasn't happened as we get set for the kickoff. Here's a low bounding kick, pops up in the air. This is a free ball, and it's going to be recovered here, or downed, whatever you want to call it, by Kevin Motter. No run back on that one as the ball was low along the dirt and took about a 12-foot high bounce, and Kevin able to just grab it and fall on it. So good move by Kevin that time, because of course the kickoff is a free kick and anybody can get the ball and it's theirs. So Kevin covered it for UD. Brian Faust goes to work now at the 33-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Trojans need to get the line to block a little bit and spring somebody loose here a couple of times. Again, it's Nick Huffman and Jim Savage in the backfield. Jim Savage gets the call, and he gets tripped up after maybe a yard or so. Jimmy Savage missed last game due to a illness. So it's been 2 weeks since Jim's been in action, and that time only for a half a game with that shoulder injury or whatever. So Jim unable to get it going on that one, but he has had a couple of good runs tonight. For his efforts that time, we lost 1 yard. Second down, 11. Same set for UD. It's in the backfield. Shell, the tight end, in tight on the far side of the field. Handoff is to Savage again. Around the left side, Jim tries to get loose, cannot. Gain back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe, and that was it. Picking up a yard on the play. It'll be third down and 10.
Gain of 1 on the play. Third down.
Well, UD looking at a third and 9.5, almost 10. Third and, call it third and 9. Faust wants to throw, looking, and he is going to get sacked back there, and the ball came loose, and the ball is picked up here, and they're going to allow that he was not down. 59 is going to run in for a touchdown. So things that can go bad for UD have continued to go bad now as they put on the 26 point on the fumble recovery and run it in from about 30-some yards out. However, there is a flag here. There's a flag on the 15-yard line. So hang on. I don't think that's going to go anywhere.
Penalty flag on the play.
Let's see what the call is. They're going to talk it over down here, and the Trojans may have dodged a bullet. We'll see. Referee has discussed it with the back judge, and now he's talking to the head linesman, I believe. Clip against UD will be declined. So it is a touchdown. Touchdown stands, and so Juniata will be looking at the extra point try here coming up, and it is still a 26-0 ball game. 26-0 with the extra point try coming up now for the Juniata Indians. Placement's down, kick is up, kick is no good this time. It is off to the right.
Extra point attempt.
So the score remains 26-0 Juniata, and they'll be kicking off to UDA here in just a moment. 26-0, 10:23 left in the third. Steve Minnick and Jimmy Savage back to receive this kick now. Then the kick has not gotten back to Jim or Steve in the last couple of kicks, so they've been low grounders that have bounced around out there and have virtually ended up in a no run back. And here comes another one. Bounce high in the air. Somebody better get this. Let's see who does have it. It looks like it's going to be finally downed out there by Jim Savage, as that ball was loose. And again, a strange but effective kick for Juniata, as the Trojans finally captured the ball at their own 27-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 now for UDA, and once again starting out at their own 27 this time. So the offense has been pretty much ineffective tonight so far against these Juniata Indians, and it's not that Juniata's a tough team. They've been getting belted, as we all know, but the Trojans just having a miserable time trying to get this offense going. Handoff this time comes to Savage, and he'll be stopped.
Number 3,
gain.
Savage on the carry.
Might have, let's see, did he get back to the line of scrimmage? No, lost about a yard or so. On the play, it'll be second down and 12. Second and 12. Second and 12 for UD. Ball now at the Upper Dauphin 25-yard line. As Faust looks like he wants to throw this time. He drops back. He's looking. He's firing over the middle. It is tipped into the air and intercepted out here by number 31 and tackled out there by number 58, Noel of UD.
Intercepted by number 31, Ryan Zent.
Ryan Zent making the stop in there, or making the interception, I should say, for Juniata. Juniata has the ball first and 10 on the 25-yard line of Upper Dauphin. So the defense called upon again to try to stop these Indians. The Indians scored last time, of course, was the defense that scored, picking up that fumble, and now they pick off a pass. And it's first and 10 from the 25. Ryan Ford remains at quarterback. He'll hand this one off to that number 12, Snyder, and Snyder still on his feet, and let's see, drags it all the way down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. About 6 or 8 Trojans in the stop that time.
Kevin Matter on the stop for the Trojans.
Kevin Matter, they say, but my goodness, just about everybody in on that stop. Picked up 7 to the 18-yard line of UD. Second down, and actually gain of 6, I'll give them. Second down and about 4. Up the middle with it goes the fullback this time, and that's that number 30, Hack.
Craig Hack on the
carry. And Hack hacks his way down to the 16-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be third down and 1. Robbie Bueller making the stop that time. Number 7-0 in there for UD. Third down and a long yard. He's got to dribble this one and fall on it, does Snyder. Loss of maybe
number 12, Wayne
a yard,
Snyder
or did he get back to the line of scrimmage? Hard to say. Let's see. No gain, no loss on the play. Fourth down and a yard.
Robert Keeney on the stop for the Trojans.
Keeney given credit for that stop, but Snyder had dribbled it a little bit that time before he was stopped. Fourth down and 2. Snyder again, and a ball loose again, and I think UD has it one way or the other. He never made the first down, and besides that, the recovery in there by Bam Bats.
Recovered for
way to go, Kenny.
Number 24,
all right, Kenny making a big recovery of the fumble, and that'll give the Trojans the ball now on their own 17 or 16, whatever. Let's see. Now I call that the 17-yard line. First and 10, UD. First and 10 from the 17. 2 running backs in there now. Minnick and hold everything. Penalty on the play. Procedure called against UD that time. And what I was about to say was that Savage and Minnick in the backfield now as they split the backs back there for UD. New formation, not used for much before, and the Minnick tries to run it out, but he won't get too much out of that one. As Stephen will drive it maybe for a yard or so. It'll bring up second down and 14.
On the stop with the Indians.
Second and 14.
Second down.
Ball now at the 13-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Second and 13. Or second and 14. Faust drops back to pass. Fires one over here complete to Nick Huffman. Nick with some blocking in front of him now, and Nick takes off down to the 32-yard line. Nice play that time as Nick Huffman, who I didn't see where Nick was lined up. Nick must have been lined up as a
First down for the Trojans.
Flanking back or something. I don't know where he was that time because I thought they still had Savage and Minnick in the backfield. I'm not sure. Yeah, Nick goes off now. Juniata calls timeout now as the Trojans have some new formations out there, I believe, and Juniata will call timeout, talk to the D, and UDA will try to continue to get some offense going here. Now they have a first down at the 33-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Okay, UD following the Juniata timeout now looking at a 1st and 10. Faust hands this one off to Minnick. Minnick over the left side, and Steven has got himself a couple of yards.
Number 9, Steven
out
Minnick
over the 35 to around the 36 or 7-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
Matt Word on the
at the 36, it'll be gain of long 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
2nd down.
2nd down and 7. UD with the split back in the backfield now. Back to pass goes Faust. Has some protection that time, but the ball knocked down at the line of scrimmage here as number 59 got a hand on that one.
Number 18, Bo Hassinger.
Hassinger was the intended receiver, but 84 knocked it down, they say. Well, Sainer. Anyway, it is now 3rd down and 7. Brian Faust looking him over on a 3rd and 7. Pitch is over there for Savage. Jim trying to try the left side over there. He is tripped up in the air and knocked down by number 87. That might be that Sainer again in there for Juniata.
James Savage on the carry.
It is going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, Reinford, they say, tripped him up. Anyway, loss of 3 that time. It'll be 4th down and 10. And that means Nick Huffman will be in there to punt the ball away for UD. Little confusion here in the defense of Juniata. Nick, high kick, but not very deep. Going to hit over here and go out of bounds. It's out behind the bench, as a matter of fact, as Nick kind of shanked that one a little bit. They're going to say it went out at the 48-yard line of Upper Dauphin, so it'll be 1st and 10 Juniata from right there. We've got 5 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of this one. Juniata 1st and 10. On a 1st and 10, motion over this way comes Snyder. Quarterback fires it over the middle. It is complete. 19's got it, and he is going to go down. And did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Well, one play is all that Juniata needs. And where did this Juniata team come up with a 1-5 season so far? I guess the Trojans are asking themselves that, as they're making it look easy now as they up the score to 32-0 with 5:01 left in the 3rd quarter. Unbelievable, huh, folks? Ay, ay, ay. It's not pretty now, as we have an extra point try coming up. Snap is good. Placement's down. Kick is, I think, off to the... No, it's good.
Becker's extra point attempt is
good.
So
Becker gets another extra point through there. And it is now 33-0. And UD will get the ball. Kicking off for Juniata. And let's see what he does with it. It's going to be another low boot. It's going to be, let's see. Well, number 32, Barter, I think that is, coming up with the football for UD.
Kickoff return.
And it'll be spotted at the 46-yard line. Kyle Barter bringing it back for UD to the 46-yard line. So Upper Dauphin with pretty good field position now, but that hasn't done much of anything for the Trojans tonight so far. So let's see if we can get it going now. 4:55 left here in the 3rd, and 1st and 10. Trojans go back to the I formation in the backfield with Nick Huffman and Savage in the backfield. Handoff is to Savage. Up the middle he goes, and he's got about to the line of scrimmage. No more. Maybe he lost one on that play.
of 1 on the play.
Lost 1, second down 9. Or 10, 11. Second down 11. Second down 11 now for UD. Ball back at the 45-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Back to pass goes Faust. He's looking along the left side over there. It's incomplete. Intended for Laudenschläger.
Pass intended for number 22, Sean Laudenschläger.
But goes as an incompletion. Bring up a third down and 11.
Incompletion brings up third down.
Third and 11 now for UD. Two flankers out wide on the far side of the field for the Trojans. Faust looks like he wants to throw. He's rolling over this way. He's getting away from a couple of tacklers. Now he'll tuck it away and get some good yardage as Brian will go for the first down to the 35-yard line. A good run that time by Brian Faust, keeping that one and gaining the first down for UDA.
Gain of 20 on the play.
Big play that time. 20 yards gained by Brian. And UD has the ball at the 35-yard line of the Juniata Indians with 3:55 left here in the third quarter. Hold everything. Here we have official timeout. Nope, timeout called by Juniata. So, Juniata calls timeout. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. 33-zip Indians. Juniata timeout is over. First and 10 UDA. Juniata 35. Back to pass goes Faust. Wants to set a screen up. He does, and the ball is incomplete. Intended over there for number 6, Nick Huffman, I believe it is, but Nick was rattled right at about the time he received that pass and was unable to hold on to it as Nick really hit by a couple of Indians. And so it'll be second down and 10.
Incomplete.
Second and 10 for UDA. Faust trying to hand it here for Laudenschläger, and Sean had it on a reverse. And he's got maybe a yard. Or did he get back to the line of scrimmage? Well, yes, he did. Picked up a yard or so just to get himself back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and 10. Lucas bringing the play into the ball game here for UDA. On a third down and 10. Faust is going to be tackled back at the 45-yard line of UDA. 80 or 67 was it? Yeah, 60 or 87 coming in there to make the stop for Juniata. Big loss on the play of about 10 yards. Will bring up a 4th and 20. Penalty against UD, delay of game. Moves the ball back to the 50-yard line. And the Trojans will go for a 4th down now on a 4th and 25. And I believe they're just simply go for it because they can't do much worse by giving the ball up right there, I guess. So they'll go for it. And we'll see what happens here on a 4th and 25. 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And motion will be called on Nick Huffman, and that'll make it a 4th down and 30, as they'll probably take him back 5 more. And now the Trojans say, well, we're going to punt this thing now. We're getting back to where we give it back to the Indians, or I will kick a field goal. Okay, now it's 4th down and 20 or 30 or 25 or whatever it was.
Punting for the Trojans, number 6,
30, 4th and 30. Now Nick Huffman will come in there and punt it away, maybe.
For the Indians, number 84, Brandon Sainer.
Good snap and a good kick. This time it's going to send Sainer back to the 21-yard line where he tripped up back there. Motter making the stop, but Sainer kind of slipped down that time and put the ball down there with 1:48 left here in the third quarter. At the 24-yard line, Juniata will take over.
23-yard line.
First and 10, Juniata now. Hand off and up the middle with it comes that Snyder, I believe it is. No, it wasn't.
Number 31,
Ryan Zent on the carry that time. Got about 2 out of that. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Gain of 2.
32 Barter in here. Comes into the ball game to replace Nick Huffman momentarily, at least for UDA on the defense. Juniata on a 2nd and 8. Whoa, dribbled that one once, but there he goes ahead for several yards. Stopped in there on a good stop by Kevin Motter. Laudenschläger maybe helping out, but Kevin Motter with a good stop, number 8 there for UD.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Gain of 6 on that last play. Brings up a 3rd down and a long yard for Juniata. Clock down to 20 seconds as Snyder up the middle with it. Bounces off several tacklers and drives it to the 39-yard line, where he is stopped after a 1st down run. 6 yards picked up by the Indians on that play to the 39-yard line of Juniata. And that's going to do it, I think, for the 3rd quarter, as Juniata will have a 1st and 10 when we come back for the 4th and final quarter here at Juniata. They lead 33-0 with 1 quarter to play.
Juniata 33, up 6-8. 9-1-3.
Juniata now has it set up on a 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line as we get set to play the final quarter here. And up the middle with it goes number 30. That's at Hack.
Craig Hack on the carry.
And Hack's his way ahead for about 5. It'll be 2nd down and a long 4. Ball now to Juniata 45-yard line. Pitches over this way for Snyder, and Snyder at the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, and tackled down around the 30-yard line, as catching up with him down there is number 22, Laudenschläger, 24, Batts, and 32, Barter may have helped out on that stop. Picking up 25 yards on the gallop, though, goes that Snyder guy, who has played a heck of a nice ball game for Juniata tonight. The ball taken down to the 30-yard line of UD. 1st and 10. Handoff is to number 30, Hack, and Hack down to the 25-yard line, picking up about 5 on the play. Stopped by the Bam or Batts, I believe, that time. Way to go, Bam Bam. Down to the 25, 2nd down and 5. Hack again with it, and Hack this time will be stopped after not much, as Rob Bueller lays on him in there, but on the bottom of the pile this time is that number 71, Drew Hunter. Coming up on the bottom of that pile. A gain of only 2. It'll be 3rd down and 3. The ball at the 23-yard line of UD. Closer to the 24 there, as you can see. 3rd down coming up. 9:40 left here in the ball game. Rhineford is the quarterback. Pitches it back here for Snyder. Snyder down the middle for a 1st down, down to the 17-yard line. At least from here it looked like a 1st down. Be very close. Let's see. Yeah, it is 1st down. Referee gives the signal. 1st down at the UDA 17. Indians now with a 1st and 10 from the UD 17. Rhineford hands this one off to that 31. Over the left side he goes, picking up some yardage before Batts and Laudenschläger bring him down over there. That was Zen, driving it down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Picking up 8 is Zen, and puts it at the 8-yard line, 2nd down and 2 for a 1st down for Juniata. Snyder out of the ball game, 33 in there for Juniata. Now I'm not sure what that young fellow's name is, but he has the handoff and he dives down to the 7. I think that should be enough for the 1st down, and well, they're going to measure it. It's very close, and they will measure this one. Matt Miller is number 33. It was good. It's first and goal from the 7-yard line now for the Indians of Juniata. The referee sets the clock in motion, much to the delight of all the Trojan fans here. 8 minutes remaining in this one. Pitches over here for Snyder. Snyder down to the 5, and then he's going to be grabbed on too. Bueller in there along with Kevin Motter, I believe it is, and let's see, 68 also in on the stop for UD. Justin Challenger on that stop also. Second down now. The ball just outside of the 5-yard line. We'll call it the 6. Second and goal from the 6. Picked up about 2 on that one. Handoff is to 30, and this time Robbie Bueller has got a hold of him and spins him back. Rob with a good stop that time. No gain on the play, or might have lost a yard. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it. Oh, wait a minute. There's a penalty on the play. Personal foul against UD. Oh, that'll just complicate things a little more here. Didn't see the personal foul. Didn't see what happened. I don't believe you could, but I'm not sure. And Nick Huffman trots out of the ball game for UD. But anyway, it's an automatic first down, I think. We'll see. Taken down to the 3rd-yard line. It's not an automatic first down. I don't know where I got that. I heard the announcer whisper that to somebody down here, so I just thought maybe he was right, but he was wrong. Quarterback will sneak this one in for a touchdown. From about 3 yards out or so, Ryanford keeps it and goes in for the 39th point as we've got 7:01 left here, and Juniata will attempt an extra point. Fellow will attempt yet another touchdown. I'm sure this is the best advantage he's had, the most practice he's had at these extra point kicks this year for Juniata. It is no good off to the left. And another flag on the play as the Trojans and we're going to have 72. I don't know if he got tossed or what, but they threw the flag on him, and he's a little miffed. Nevertheless, we're going to have a flag and official discussion here. Personal foul and an ejection. So they threw 50, whatever it was, out of the game. And this team of UDA has to get fired up. I don't mean for them to start to play wrestling football or something like that, you know, but something's got to fire this ball club up because, gosh, they have just been thumped here by a team that has thumped no one and, in fact, has been the thumpee most of the time and not the thumper. And tonight, Juniata is the thumper, and they're putting it on our Trojans now to the tune of 39-0 with 7 minutes left in this ball game. So something's got to fire up these Trojans, and it sure hasn't happened tonight so far. Lewis will kick off again here for the Indians now as we get set for the Trojans to go back on. And wait a minute, the official here is coming in, so we're not going to kick it off yet. I'm not sure why not, but penalty will be assessed against the personal foul penalty. Yeah, that's right. They needed to place the ball, then call the time, and take the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line where he will kick off from there. That was the personal foul penalty that they had called at the extra point try. 72 was the young fella for Juniata who got tossed. Didn't see what he did. It looked like it was in the middle of that pile. Here's the kick. It's going to go over on the far side. Minnick picks it up at around the 25-yard line, and he'll bring it back to the 35-yard line where he is hit and downed. Referee's going to have to keep their eye on these guys, I think. There's a lot of shoving around and tripping over people and whatever out here now as the Trojans show a little bit of frustration, I believe. And it'll be 1st and 10, UD on their own 35-yard line. 6:52 remaining in the ball game, and timeout called by Juniata.
Timeout, Juniata.
Juniata timeout is over, and Upper Dauphin will go to work here now. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Huffman and Savage remain in the backfield for UD behind Faust. Faust drops back, hands it off to Savage. Up the middle goes Jimmy with it. Jimmy to the 50-yard line, to the 45, and down to the 42 before he is tackled. One of the best runs of the night for Jim Savage. Tearing it up down to the 41-yard line of Juniata. First and 10 UD. It's all that time for Jim, and made some good yardage on it. Probably 20-some yards on that one, I guess. First and 10 UD. Faust this time, same play, this time Savage again over the left side. Here he comes, tucking the ball away to the 35, to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 25, and tripped up down inside the 10, down at about the 6 or 7 yard line. Nice run again by Savage that time, as he picked up another 25 or 30 yards, something like that. First and goal for UD. Well, we've been there before tonight and didn't get anything, so let's hope tonight we can at least ruin the shutout for the Juniata Indians here now, as the ball is placed at about the 6-yard line. First and goal UD. With the exception of 72, who got tossed out of the game, it looks to me like the regular defense in there for Juniata. They're trying to preserve the shutout. UD trying to... Here's a reverse to Laudenschlager, and Laudenschlager should go in. He will. On the reverse, Sean Laudenschlager takes it in from 6 yards out. And so the Trojans get themselves on the scoreboard now. It is 39-6. And UD will attempt an extra point coming up here. So where were those plays all night? Got to ask yourself, huh? Anyway, we'll try an extra point here and see what happens. Extra point try coming up. UD will go for 2. Back to pass is Faust. Fires one over this way. It is incomplete. Intended for Dave Shell. And a little throw, a little low. Maybe Dave could not hang on to that one. So the score remains 39-6, and UDA will kick off to Juniata here in just a moment. 5:08 remaining in the ball game. Jim Savage will kick it off here now. Are the Trojans going to try an onside thing here? No. He kicks it deep. Matter of fact, drives them all the way down, and then he loses it, and then pick it up here at about the 7. He's out to the 20, the 25, and drags it all the way out to the 29-yard line before Laudenschlager and is that... Or not Laudenschlager, but Motter and Bo Hassinger are making the stop out there at the 31-yard line of Juniata. 5 minutes exactly remaining, and now they set the clock in motion. So under 5 minutes remaining in this one. Kinch, 54 in there, number 88. We'll try to find out who that young fella is here in just a moment. Juniata on a first and 10. New quarterback in there for Juniata, and 33 gets a handoff and drives it over this way before he is tackled by several Trojans. Cummins in there on the stop along with the Bam Bam Bats and 87. 33 here now as I was flipping some papers over and missed the start of this play, but nevertheless he runs for a first down to the 44-yard line of UDA. Matt Miller making the run and the first down for Juniata. Garnick, 88. Is in the ball game right now. 87 also, and I can't flip my page over fast enough to find out who that young fellow is, but maybe he'll make a tackle this time, and if he's still in there, I'm not sure. At any rate, here we go on a first and 10 from the 44-yard line of Juniata. 33 again with it, and this time he's going to be grabbed over there. Let's see who's got him. Kinch is one of them, but
pitch to Matt Miller.
Kinch getting up off the pile last.
No gain on the play.
Bammer over there on 88. I got to find out who that kid is. No gain on that play. They spot the ball at the 45-yard line. Actually gained 1. It'll be second down and 9. On a second and 9, not too much on that one either, as Josh McNamara ran it for no gain. Third down and 9. 2 minutes and 15 seconds is all that remains in this one. Trojans will run their record to 2-0 5. And Juniata will come away with a similar record of 2-5. Pitch back over here for that number 33. Some holding or something going on here as our flag's thrown, and 33 will be thrown out of bounds by number 1, Whitmer. I think that's Whitmer there, number 1.
Penalty flag on
and we have illegal procedure called against Juniata. Wade Whitmer, number 1, running him out of bounds here for UD. 12 in there is Buffington for UDA on defense now. Minute 49 left here. It's a 5-yard penalty assessed against Juniata. Brings up a 3rd down and 14. Up the middle with it goes that number 30, Hack.
Number 30, Craig Hack on
and
the
Craig
carry.
Hack gains about a yard or 2, not too much on that one. They'll bring up a 4th down and 11. Check my sheet. I don't have an 87, I believe, in the Trojan lineup, so I'm not sure who that young fella is. Wow, here's a high snap, and the punter will not get it off as it's going to be picked up, and I think he can advance it, but he doesn't. Maybe you can't in high school. I'm not sure. I'm never sure of that. Anyway, 88, I think Garnick comes up with that punt. Stephen Minnick had blocked it, and Garnick picking it up and downing it there for UD. So the Trojans will take over now with 52 seconds remaining in the ball game. They have it on the Juniata 28, and the Trojans will see if they can't make this a little more respectable now as they send in their regular starting lineup on offense for UD. Faust in there at quarterback, and Huffman and Savage in the backfield. Faust hands this one off to Jim Savage. Up the middle goes Jim. Gets away from one tackler, gets away from another one, still getting away from several more. Down the side he goes, and he'll go in for 6. There are no flags on the play, so Jim Savage with a touchdown run, that time from about, what was it, 32 yards out or something like that. So that makes the score now 39-12 with 18 seconds remaining, and UD will again try the extra point. Jim had broken up several tackles that time to score that touchdown. Now, I'm not sure which squad is in there on defense for Juniata, but nevertheless, Trojans looking for their 14th point if we can get an extra point here. Faust wants to throw for it, fires it over there, guy's there, and it's going to be caught by Savage for 2. So it's 14 now for UDA, 39 for Juniata, and Juniata will have 18 seconds to work with here when we come back. 39-14, 18 seconds left. Jimmy Savage has it teed up again here now as he will attempt to kick it off here, and he's going to kick it down over the side over there, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that'll get a flag and give the Juniata Indians the ball probably at their own 35-yard line, or I guess they have the option to re-kick. I'm not sure. It looks to me like they're going to set it at the 35, and that's where Juniata will put it in play for maybe one play, or maybe they won't even run a play. It's hard to say. Well, yeah, they'll have to run a play to start the clock. So they'll come into the lineup, run one play, and the game will be over. And Juniata will have a successful homecoming here tonight before their partisan fans here who thoroughly enjoyed this one. The Trojans, on the other hand, did not find this trip pleasant at all. Not at all. Nope. Never in this ball game. Had some looked like threatening moments early in the first quarter, but just couldn't finish off the plays and couldn't score, and now they'll kneel down on this one, so that's going to do it. So we congratulate Coach Klingensmith and his Juniata Indians for a good ball game, probably the best ball game they've played all year, and the Trojans probably one of the worst games we've played all year. So that's the way the fortunes of high school football go sometimes, I guess, and that's the way it's been going for UDA this year. Final score, the Juniata Indians now 2-5, 39. The Upper Dauphin Trojans now 2-5, 14. So we'll see you next week when I believe we host those Newport Buffaloes at the UDA. So see you then. Good night from Juniata.